Hi there, and welcome to a new video of the Uruguayan Heroes YouTube channel. Today we will preview Uruguay's game against Paraguay, which will be our last group game of the 2021 Copa America. After beating Bolivia on Friday night, we are now fourth and we have qualified for the next stage for the quarterfinals of the Copa. But this last game is not done. There's not a game just to make up the numbers because Uruguay can still finish second by beating Paraguay. And this is something that's really important for me because we want Uruguay to win and finish as high as possible. But it gives also some positives in the remainder of the tournament. And to make like the scenarios complete, if we win, we finish second. If we draw, we finish third, like Chile are now. And if we lose, we will finish fourth, like we are now. So the first thing that I would say is important is by finishing second, we would avoid Brazil in the quarter and a possible semifinal. And then you maybe can say, if you want to be Copa America champions, you have to beat the best. You have to beat the best to be the best. This is true. But I think in the way we started the tournament against Argentina, it was a really bad way. We grew a little against Chile, grew even more against Bolivia, and now we have a chance to grow even more against Paraguay, but we are not yet at the level we want to be. And quarterfinal stage to face Brazil, I think it will be a little bit too early. So the best way for me is to keep gaining momentum, keep building, keep getting better. And then maybe if you come across Brazil in the final, then I think we would be at the best moment for us. It would be the best moment for us to face them. But also before that, Argentina is a tough, difficult side to face. So is Chile, so is Peru, Colombia. So never going to be easy. I don't want to say by avoiding Brazil, it's going to be an easy ride. It won't ever be. But for me, it will be positive. Another thing, which has nothing to do with the team we will face, is if you finish second, you will play on July the 3rd, and you will have 4 days between our game against Paraguay and the quarterfinal. If you finish third or fourth, you will play on July the 2nd, and then you will have 3 days between the games. So in this tournament, which has a lot of games, but in not a lot of days, where we have played 4 games, or we will play 4 games in 4 games in 10 days. So we played against Argentina only a week and a half ago, and we will face Paraguay tomorrow on Monday, and it's only been 10 days. We played 4 games, so this is something it's not normal for a tournament. Normally, it's normally a bit longer. So this extra day of rest would be really positive, I think, for Uruguay. So yes, this is my opinion, or my take on how would be the best way for us to progress in this tournament. But obviously, we have to beat Paraguay for this to happen. And against Paraguay, which team will play? It's still a question because Uruguay trained for the last time ahead of the Paraguay game today. And as I'm recording this video, I'm not yet sure of the the expected lineup for Uruguay. So for me, like I say in the tweet, you can see on the screen, it's the big question for Tabares, because what are you going to do? Are you going to rotate? Because we played so many games in so little days, so few days. I'm sorry. So you have to rotate. Certainly, when you look at the players we have, which are Suarez, Cavani, Godin, all brilliant players for us, but they are already past 30 for a few years. Jimenez injury prone. Valverde is brilliant, but he's had a lot of injuries this season as well. So what are you going to do? You're going to rotate, or you're going to go full power to have the win? And for me, I think even when we rotate, we can win this game because our squad is quite good. A lot of players who have not made many minutes this tournament can still make a difference. For example, Jonathan Rodriguez, he's been the top scorer in Mexico for Cruz Azul. And I think he could do a job when he comes in. And even though he's not as good or as big a player, as big of a status as Suarez and Cavani, he still can be very good for us. So yeah, it will be interesting to see which way Tabares will go. And you can always assure of Tabares making a few people I'm not sure of this, but we will see, and we will see what he has got in store for us. If you ask me, this is the lineup I would like. I'm aware this is not maybe the most realistic one, but it's something I would like. I think it's a good mix of players who have not played a lot of minutes. Some players who are in a great moment in this tournament. And with that, I mean, Naita Hernandez, Facundo Torres. Hernandez was brilliant against Bolivia. Facundo Torres came off the bench twice against Chile and Bolivia, and he was so good. Rascaeta played a great game against Bolivia. These are players that have played more than most of the players you see in the lineup. But well, they are in a good moment, so I would take advantage of this moment and play them. The rest of the team, as you can see, Muslera obviously on goal. Araujo and Coates haven't made 1 minute yet this tournament. Although for me they are the best two central defenders Uruguay have based on this last season. Godin Jimenez obviously is a back line, a back two, which we have enjoyed a lot in the last years. But for me in this game, as taking in mind that Godin and Jimenez have had their problems with injuries and have played 3 games in a row, I would go for Araujo and Coates. Araujo, he trained normally on Saturday, and today on Sunday he will train again. Hopefully, they have not trained yet, but the expectancy is that he will train normally. So I think these two should play. Cáceres, Fina played most of the minutes we have played so far, so I would give him a rest. You could go for Candido or Cáceres, but I would still go for Cáceres, although I'm not as big a fan anymore. But he's got the experience, certainly in this game against a team like Paraguay, who's by no means a bad team. I mean, I think they have been playing quite well in this tournament, so it's a difficult opponent with some good attackers like the Romero and Miguel Almiron, obviously. For the midfield, I would drop Valverde. He is on the yellow, so if he gets 1 more yellow, he will be suspended for the quarterfinal. And also played 3 games, had a lot of injuries this season, so you have to be careful for your players. I think Bentancur, Torreira, I think these 2 players complement each other well. Bentancur needs a defensive midfielder next to him. Otherwise, if he takes on the responsibilities as the last midfielder, the deepest line midfielder, he can be a risky player and he can make mistakes easily. Torreira is more safe. Both have not had the greatest season, but still both are quality players in my opinion, so I would go with them. Vecino didn't done well against Bolivia and Chile, but you have to rotate, and I think these players are no less, even better maybe than Vecino. For the attacking options, I would go with Jordan Arrascaeta. He played a good game against Bolivia, and for me, he's our best creative player, so I would always go with him, always, but I can understand why some people won't, because he's not always had his best level for Uruguay, which for me, it partly was down to the way he was played. But maybe that's a debate for another day. So on the left, I would play Jonathan Rodriguez. Like I said earlier, he's had a great season. He is normally a striker, but he can also play off the wings. He's done it for Cruz Azul as well. And he's someone who can make great runs in behind and be a real threat in that sense. And he's got some good finishing abilities. Facundo Torres on the right, I think you can't look past him. I would also like to see Brian Ocampo, but Facundo Torres, he's had two very good substitute appearances, and I think you should reward him with this because he's clearly a really bright talent. Up top, there was a decision to be made. Cavani, Suarez played all 3 games, scored once, both not looking on their best level, but I'm also sure that they will be when the tournament progresses. I would go for Cavani this game, and my idea would be to play for Cavani maybe 60 minutes, Suarez 30 minutes, because both players can't play the full 90 again. No, for me that's not an option because Cavani, Suarez both have had injuries in the last few years, and one of them going out injured will be a disaster. Even though they are not at the best level, you can see through the years when Uruguay miss one of them in the tournament, which has happened so many times, it's unbelievable. We suffer, and so yes, this would be the team I would go with. I can understand when people say this is not my taste, not my opinion, but please let me know your opinion. I'm looking forward to seeing your opinion on the lineup and your own lineup. So let me know in the comments down below. Yes, so this was basically the video until this point. I thought I maybe made it a little bit shorter because 26 minutes like the one before. I can understand why people don't have the concentration or don't have the desire to watch all of this. So to finish off, my score prediction will be 2-1 to Uruguay. I think it won't be an easy game, but I think it's a game we should and we can win. So I'm hopeful and I'm confident that we can win. This is what I will go for. So please let me know what you thought of the video. Let me know your thoughts on the game and basically everything you want to have a say on. So let me know your thoughts. Please subscribe as well and drop a like if you want. Thanks for watching, and I will see you the next time Tuesday with the review of the game. Bye bye.